Hi, I'm creating this video to talk about the administration of the website. So what we'll be doing is just go through all the aspects of this website so that you are familiar with everything that you will need to know and need to do in maintaining the website. So the first thing we will talk about is just a general overview of the web page. Then we'll go through the sign-in process to get into the administration area. We will talk a little bit about the profile page. We will have a look at the editor icon, identify the editor icon and everywhere where you can find the editor icon. Then we will have a look at the WYSIWYG editor, which is what you will mostly use to be able to update the content of the website. We will go through all the pages of the website to identify those ones that will be maintained and those ones that won't be maintained. And then we will have a look at the additional administration menu items that will appear once you sign in. Okay, so I want to move this out of the way. Right, so first thing I'd like to talk about is just the web page. Now you will notice that there are various different modules laid out on a web page and I would briefly like to just go through them all. The first thing is you have a header, you have a menu, you have a little area which we call the breadcrumbs, then you have certain modules to do certain things. For this website we've got a module here where you can automatically shows the latest news, the last 5 items at least. On this side you have a little module for any other information that you want to display. Then you have the main content area of the website, which is this area here, and if I scroll down it can go down as far as you would like to go down, and up to this point that would constitute the main content area. Then at the bottom there is a little sub menu, if you wish, or another menu where you can enter through that link into the administration area, and then of course you have the footer of the website. And that concludes the general overview of a web page. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to sign into the administration area, and then we're going to have a look at the profile page and just talk about that a little bit. Right, so to sign into the website for administration, you click on the little admin link that you see there, which of course is only found on the home page. At the bottom of the page you will find the link to the admin. If we go to the news page, for instance, and right down to the bottom, you will find that there's nothing. As well as on the fixtures page, if we have a look, there is no link. So only on the home page you will find the link to the admin area. All you really need to do is to click on it. The moment you click on it, you will be presented with another screen, another page where you have to insert your username and your password, and then click on the login link or button to take you into the admin area. So I will use my credentials to sign in with. My username is Kastup, and of course I'm not going to disclose my password, but I will have to type it in to be able to get into the website. So first I click on the login button, and logging in will take me immediately into the profile page, and there you can see my profile. Now of course, if you are logged in, as you can see I am logged in, okay, and I have the opportunity to log out again, and the logout button you will find, if I click on the home page, you will find it on the home page. If I look at the fixtures page, you will find it on the fixtures page. You will find it on the offices page. You will probably find it most anywhere. So you can easily log out once you've worked on a page. But if I click on the edit profile link on the menu, then that will take me to my profile page where I can edit it. Now on this page I can of course change my name, I can change the username, I can, in fact you can't change those are set in stone, but I can change my password. If I want to change my password, I have to type it in there, and I have to confirm the password just to make sure that I know what I was typing is correct. So for instance, if I would change my password to anything, you will notice that you can't see what I'm typing because it just puts in asterisks. I'm not going to change my password. I'm quite happy with mine, so I'll leave it at that. Of course you can change your email address if you want. You have to confirm your email address just to make sure that there are no typing errors in your email address. Of course, if the email address that you type in doesn't exist, it's going to be a bit of a problem if emails needs to be sent to you. Right, and then the basic settings, the type of editor that you're going to use. This whole website is using one specific editor. There is a few to choose from. If you look at that, that is the one that we are using. That is the one that I don't use, and that is what you set if you don't want to edit at all, and that is a very basic editor. So this is by far the best editor that I've come across at the moment, so I will stick with the default editor. Right, and you can of course also change your front-end language, but there is only one. English United Kingdom is the default language in any case, so no need to change anything. And if you have changed anything there, you need to submit your changes. If you don't want to change anything, then you can simply cancel out of it. Okay, so that concludes the profile, edit profile page. And of course, if you are signing in for the first time and you have been given a password, it is suggested that you change your password immediately so that only you know your password and nobody else does. Okay, so next we will be talking about the editor icon, and then once we found the editor icon, we will go through an overview of what the editor is. Once you have signed into the website, you will notice that a few things will change. First thing that will change is obviously you're getting additional menu items to work with, but we'll talk about that a little later. Another addition is that edit button. That is not visible to the public. It's only visible once you sign into the website. you will find that there's an editor button. Now, on all the pages which you will be able to maintain in the future, you will find that button. If we go to the news page, you will find that there's an edit button for that news item. If we scroll down a little bit, you will find that there's another edit button for this news item. And scroll down, that's an edit button for this news item. So everywhere you have a little article, you will be able to find an edit button to enter into that. Now you will find the same on the fixtures page. That's where you can edit it, but if you click on the fixtures link first, the indoor fixtures link, then of course you will get the article, and then you will get a proper edit button to edit that. Right, the officers page of course has got its edit button, the history page has got an editor button, etc. So let's just go back to the news page and then choose a news item to edit. So let us assume we want to edit just this article here. We click on the edit button and we will be presented with a WYSIWYG editor where we will be able to change the content of that little article. As you can see, if you look at the editor, the article, if it's existing, will be placed in there, so all you need to do is change whatever it is you want to change. We're not talking about changing articles now. I just want to go through the editor and give you an overview of what the editor looks like. Now, looking at the editor as such, the editor consists of a few different things as well. You have of course the menu where you can save, cancel, or look at previous versions. You have other links there that really do not work at all for this version of this editor. Whatever you see there, content would refer to this is the content. Publishing would refer to this area here, that has to do with the publishing. And then if you look at language and metadata, it is all down here. That's the language, and this is where you put in the metadata. So it's all down at the bottom, all linear, so you never really have to use those links at all. Right, then for the editor you have a title field where you would put in a title for your article, and all articles must have a title. As you can see there, the asterisk would mean that it is mandatory to have a title for the article. Then you have on the editor itself, you have all the little tools like and the toolbar like you would have on any word editing application. And then you have a field which is very important. As you can see, it is mandatory as well, and very important because this field category decides where the article will be posted, which page it will be posted on. So you can have either uncategorized, which is the default, or if you want it on the news page, you have to use the news category. If you want it on the gallery, you have to have the gallery category. Fixtures has got its own category, and then there's another category called training. Right, and then you've got some more fields that could be filled in, which are not mandatory. I would say the most important thing to remember is you have to have a category always. Of course you have to have content, and of course you must have a title, otherwise you won't be able to save your document. Now I'm not going to say too much about the toolbar, but if you hover over the toolbar over the tools, you will find that it is self-explanatory. There's a save button, there's a cut button, there's a copy button, and then there are 3 different paste buttons. That's a select all button, that's a print button, and you can do spell check and stuff, and all of them have got its own little purpose. I would say that generally you will use a small subset of these things on a very regular basis. Now, as you can see, this is called a WYSIWYG editor, so is what you see is what you get. This is what you see, but of course in computer language or in web language, you will find that it uses HTML to be able to set this page up. But you can see what the HTML is. It's of course far easier to do it in the WYSIWYG, and this editor will convert your text automatically into readable website language if you wish. That concludes the overview of the editor. So all we're going to do now quickly is just walk through all the pages of this website, so you can see what they are all about, and then we'll talk a little about the admin menu items. So whenever you worked on an article, you always have to either save or cancel it. When you open an article for editing, it locks it. If you shut down this web page now without cancelling or saving the article, then that article will be locked and you won't be able to get into it easily. You will have to ask the webmaster, me, to release that lock on the item so that you can edit in future if you want. It doesn't mean that the public won't be able to see it, but you won't be able to edit any article. So it is always a good idea to either save or cancel. In this case, I don't want to save anything, so I'm just going to cancel, which takes me out of the article without saving it. Okay, so already we walked through a few pages ourselves. That is the home page, and it is editable. You simply have to click on the edit item and you can edit this page as and when it becomes necessary. The same with the news page, as we've just seen, and the same with a fixtures page. Now you can either edit that article from here, or you can link to the article first and then edit, link to it first and then edit it there by using that editor button. Right, the officers page is editable, and that will obviously be edited once or twice a year. The history page, of course, if you need to edit something on it, then yes, you will be able to edit it. The Find Us page is also, you can also edit that page, especially if you want to edit maybe a bit of a description there. I have found that if you edit a page with some embedded content like this, if you save it, if you edit this page and you save it, then this will disappear. So it is probably not a very good idea to edit this page. If you do and it breaks, let me know and I will fix it again. Right, the contacts page is not possible to edit. There is nothing to edit on this page. If you need anything that needs to be changed, like a description maybe, if you want, add any information, ask me and I can do it for you, but this is generally not something that will change a lot. The gallery, of course, will be something that you maintain yourself, but it doesn't have an edit button. It works completely differently. This is an application that is embedded into the website. You have a user panel to be able to edit the gallery, and there will be another video to show you how to do that. Then of course we go into the edit profile page. Nothing really to edit. You can only edit your personal information and your profile. You've got another button, the create an article menu link, a media manager menu link, and an admin support link. Now these four are the four additional menu items that you get when you sign into the front end to maintain the page. Now if you create an article, if you click on the link to create an article, you will be presented with a clean sheet of the editor, and you can create a new article from scratch, which is what you will do if you do a news item. I'm just going to cancel out of it. Then you have a media manager page. There will be, of course, another video to show you how to deal with your media manager, and the purpose of this would be to manage the files and or images that you use on your picture, on your news items. For instance, if I click on that little button, that little folder, these are images that have been used in news articles in the past, and this is where you can, if something, a file like that becomes out of date, you can simply click it, you can rename things, and that is the purpose of this media manager. There will be another video to show you how to work with that. And then there is another important area, page, where you will find all the articles that will be posted for you to train you how to do all this work. So you can see that there's an overview of the admin tasks and responsibilities. If you click on the link, it will just tell you what it is that you are expected to do. I want to click onto that link just to go back to admin support, and so you have other articles posted as well to be able to do this. Now most of these are videos like this one, which will take you through all the different tasks that you need to learn about. Now that concludes everything I wanted to tell you about the website, and hopefully this gave you some kind of an overview of what it is that you will work on to maintain the website. One last thing, once you are finished with whatever you worked on the website, you should always log out, which is exactly what I'm going to do by clicking on the logout button, which you will find on most pages like that. Just simply click on the logout button. You will be logged out, and you will notice that the additional menu items disappeared, as well as the editor button, and this is exactly what the public says. That is all for this video. Go through all the other videos as well, and the other training material once you have logged in, and you will quickly get going in maintaining this website. Thanks for watching.